Welcome back to another reading of the Destiny audio grimoire. Today is one that I was debating on skipping, but I said, nah, you know what, let's make sure we have a full record. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I do think there are a couple of fun little quips in here, if I can get a little commentary in here real fast, but I think you'll see as we go along if you pick up on some of that. Anyway, today is going to go over the subclasses for our Guardians, as well as our Guardian abilities. Pay close mind to a few of them. Regardless, I hope you just get to sit back, relax, and listen, and I hope that this helps some of your theories. Guardian abilities. There is a light in you from which no darkness can hide. Only Guardians have the gift of the Traveler's Light, the ability to channel its energies to project vast power into the world. Even without a firearm, a Guardian is a radiant engine of destruction. While these abilities rise from within, Guardians master their powers in different ways. Titans understand the light as a force to hone through practice and strict discipline. Hunters roam and explore in order to learn, using dangerous methods to survive the wilds. And Warlocks study the light and its inner mechanisms, confronting unfathomable mysteries in the search for transcendent might. Ghost Fragment abilities. From Lord Saladin's induction speech. Nothing born is born strong. I know I began weak, the same as you. I don't care if you're an exo staring at that number and wondering where you've come from, or a human hungry to understand the ancient world that left you for dead, or an awoken, reborn in the very essence of what your people hide from. Together, we're the pointed end of a long stick of happenstance. Change one ripple in an ancient ocean, and we would never have been granted the light within us, or the good ghosts that want to help us. Humble origins. Every world begins as a big pebble lost among trillions of pebbles. Every worthy sun was once cold hydrogen spread thin across the vacuum. Even the universe, this cosmic garden that surrounds us and awes us, this monument to creation, was once the size of an apple seed. And everything that's splendid and great stands at the end of incalculable chance and mayhem. Yes, you have talents, enormous, wondrous powers, but you should put the smirk away. Do you know what a Guardian is? Not yet. Your name is another pebble. You are a cold apple seed. But you will grow. The Striker. At close quarters, a fist is better than any gun. Striker Titans charge into close combat, armored and light and wielding fistfuls of thunder. Striker tactics depend on shock and disciplined aggression. They must awe and scatter the enemy or risk being overwhelmed. Fellow Guardians prize their ability to draw fire as they shatter the enemy line. The Defender. The wall against which the darkness breaks. Defender Titans are immovable anchors trained to absorb punishment and control the flow of battle. Armed with unflinching conviction and an armory of void techniques, defenders block the enemy's movement, shrug off their fiercest weapons, and rally fellow Guardians to strike back. The Sunbreaker. Forge the fury of undying suns. Some Titan orders predate the city, born of a darker time, when light was an untamed weapon. The Sunbreakers brought honor to the wild, never seeking the safety of the city. Bound by an oath, they live as mercenaries, seeking battles and alliances beyond the walls. Now the light of their fire has at last found rank among the city. Wield the Hammer of Soul with honor, Titan. It is a thing of legend, both past and future. The Gunslinger. A lone wolf who lives for the perfect shot. In the end, doesn't it all come down to you and your gun? Don't see much else to say about it. It's just the truth. The Bladedancer. Beautiful lethality, relentless style. There's something to be said for the blade. A knife won't jam. A knife won't run dry. A knife is very, very quiet. Leave the noise and fire to others. There's work to be done out there in the dark. Monsters that deserve death delivered quickly, silently, and without mercy. The Nightstalker. Draw from the void, light the way. A lone hunter stalks the night, firing arrows into the darkness. There is no hiding, no escape. In the distance, the beast falters, tethered to the void. The killing blow comes without hesitation, without mercy. There's truth in the edge of light, and beneath that truth, a deeper truth, hidden from all but a few. That truth is this: monsters need not fear the night. Do not hunt the monster. Become the monster. The Voidwalker. Those who have stared into the void are not bound by the laws of space and time. The traveler came out of the void that surrounds all things. Thus we know that the void is full of power. Thus we enter the void without fear. Small minds will call your abilities blasphemous. They will compare you to the abominable wizards of the Hive. But you will not be held back. Gifted with the Traveler's Light, armed with the secret physics of a lost age, you will tear reality asunder. You will fear nothing, and nothing will not fear you. The Sunsinger. There are flames that even the darkness cannot extinguish. These are dark times. Humanity stands on the brink of extinction. We will carry fire into that darkness, a beacon to guide the way, and a pyre to consume our great enemy. The light saved us from death and forged us into weapons. We seek to understand it, to embrace it, to consume, and be consumed by it. We hope to become radiant. Our fellow guardians need our power. Our civilization needs our strength. The Stormcaller. Harmony within, hurricane without. Meditate. Focus. Draw the static from within. The arc is inside all life. You must feel it take hold, let it flow through, but not consume you. You are a conduit between sky and earth, electricity and matter, life and death. You are a weapon. Punch. The brute strength of a Titan's melee offers a full force response to immediate danger. Stab. With their finely tuned reflexes, hunters are naturally gifted with knives. The make and shape of the perfect knife is a matter of endless debate. Palm. Curiosity gets a warlock into trouble, and force of will gets a warlock out. Even novices can shear reality with a single deadly gesture. Flashbang Grenade. An explosive grenade that disorients the enemy it damages, leaving them vulnerable to gunfire in close combat. Pulse Grenade. A grenade that periodically damages enemies inside its explosion radius, an effective tool for area denial. Lightning Grenade. A grenade that sticks to any surface, periodically emitting bolts of lightning. Magnetic Grenade. A grenade that attaches to enemies and explodes twice, designed to crack the armor of hard targets. Spike Grenade. A grenade that attaches to any surface and emits a torrent of damaging void light. Suppressor Grenade. An explosive grenade that prevents enemies from using abilities for a short time. Thermite Grenade. A grenade that sends forward a burning line of fire. Skip Grenade. A grenade which splits on impact, creating multiple projectiles which seek out enemies. Arcbolt Grenade. A grenade that chains bolts of lightning to nearby enemies, tidying up groups of hostiles. Flux Grenade. A grenade which deals additional damage when attached to enemies. Practice your toss. Incendiary Grenade. An explosive grenade that catches enemies on fire, causing additional damage over time. Tripmine Grenade. An explosive grenade that sticks to surfaces and detonates when enemies pass through its laser trigger. Swarm Grenade. A grenade which detonates on impact, releasing multiple drones that seek nearby enemies. Voidwall Grenade. A grenade that creates a horizontal wall of burning void light. Solar Grenade. A grenade that creates a flare of solar light which continually damages enemies trapped inside. Firebolt Grenade. A grenade that unleashes bolts of solar light at nearby enemies. Fusion Grenade. An explosive grenade that causes bonus damage when attached to its target. Vortex Grenade. a grenade that creates a vortex which continually damages enemies trapped inside. Scatter Grenade, a grenade that splits into many sub-munitions and covers a large area with explosions. Axion Bolt, a bolt of void light which forks into smaller bolts on impact, seeking out enemies. Storm Grenade, a grenade that calls down a focused lightning storm. Double Jump, bend momentum to jump again in midair, leap to even greater heights, or make a quick adjustment while airborne to disorient your foes. Glide, break the bonds of gravity and convert your jump into a long, smooth glide. Cross dangerous terrain and float from perch to perch to keep the high ground. Blink, rip a hole in space and leap from point to point. Master the blink and you will be a fearsome killer, a spectral force, hard to evade and impossible to pin down. Lift, leap into a powered jump. The long, slow arc makes you a target, but used correctly, it's a superb way to break contact, gain control of the high ground, or set up devastating ambushes. Fist of Havoc, leap forward and smash the ground, obliterating everything nearby. You will be a thunderbolt, but use your fury carefully. If there are survivors, you will surely draw their wrath. Ward of Dawn, open a pocket in the universe, an impregnable fortress for you and your allies. The mighty ward allows guardians to hold key points and gather their strength in the face of overwhelming opposition. Hammer of Soul, forge your light into a raging inferno of solar energy and pull forth a blazing hammer from the fire. Cloaked in flames, launch your hammer at enemies from afar, releasing a devastating eruption of solar fire on impact. You burn with the intensity of stars, and no shadow is safe from your light. Golden Gun, draw a hand cannon burning with solar light and loaded with 3 rounds of sunfire. Aim steady and keep your wits about you. You are a gunslinger, and this is what you live for. Arcblade, set aside your weapons and lose yourself in the blade trance. Arc light galvanizes your armor and hastens your movements, and when your knife finds a target, it discharges a snap of annihilating current. For as long as the trance lasts, you are the very shadow of death. Shadowshot, summon the power of the void to draw back and launch a precision long-range projectile that reaches out and snares enemy with slowing, draining tethers of void light. Shadowshot lets a hunter's dead-eye precision carve a path to new battles. Nova Bomb, channel the traveler's light into a bolt of energy with the power of a collapsing star. The devastating Nova Bomb scours the battlefield with ethereal fire, but be careful in its use. It takes precious moments to summon, and it must be aimed precisely to avoid obstacles. Radiance, open yourself to the light. Glimpse for a few rapturous moments the truth beyond the powers you wield. A warlock in a state of radiance threatens to slip beyond the bonds of the material, shrugging off physical harm, channeling a torrent of abilities. Some may learn to elevate nearby guardians, gifting them with power. Others, entranced by the ghost's power to reach beyond death, may learn to pluck themselves out of nothingness like the phoenix of ancient myth. Stormtrance, focus your light to call forth a powerful arc storm and siphon it, channeling lightning through your fingertips to send it surging between your targets. A warlock in Stormtrance is exercising such unbreakable focus that the arc energy they summon draws them off the ground, the air humming and crackling around them. Like lightning, you bend your path forward through the air, striking down anything too slow to escape the storm. And that'll conclude this section. I know this is definitely a bit of a weird one, but again, wanted to put those records out there, and I still think there's a couple interesting little tidbits here. Again, I'll try to keep the commentary light on this series. As usual, I hope you learned something, I hope you got something from this, and if nothing else, I'll see you next space time. Take care.